Yes, Prefactor is always a fun time. Stacked as well. I love how many people actually enter Prefactor.
Oh, yeah.
Some events, the pre-local is not as poppin'. This one is absolutely poppin'. And speaking of poppin', we got a poppin' matchup here. Pollux and Darkray. We've got a Bowser versus a Terry. Talk about high octane.
We have Pollux versus darkay. Pollux, one of the best Bowsers from Mexico. I'm going to say it once again. I'm going to keep this professional, but I'm a Bowser main right now, so you can see that I'm really, really hyped right now for this match, especially because one of the worst matches for Bowsers are the Shotos. So all the FGC characters in reality. So I really want to see how Pollux manages to deal with this type of match.
But one thing that you absolutely can do, if you're playing a character who wants to be in your face, you get free reign as a grappler to just grab them. Whether it's that side B command grab, or things like your up throw, up airs, making their lives miserable, making it harder for them to approach and keep their pressure strings going, because they know if they mess up, if you can find a chink in their armor, you can kill them for it.
Yeah, right there. And one thing that darkay needs to really be doing right now to avoid getting hit by the fire is doing the true input for the OP. Because that way you get all the invincibility in your legs and you won't get caught with that 106%. We have the go meter over there. So yeah, he wants to apply as much pressure as possible. Pollux just hitting it with the fire, 55%. The conversion, once again, 36%. Remember that Bowser is the heaviest character in the game. So this percentage is not really dangerous, but that was really dangerous. And Pollux took darkay's first stock.
Yeah, managing to close it out there, but it took a little while. A critical thing there that gave Darkray a little bit of extra time on that stock was playing that defensive game in the corner. Pollux, after the Fire Breath, predicted a jump in the corner, which is something that we mentioned earlier. People love to try to jump out of the corner. It is built into our DNA. That was a great spike. But Darkray not only making great decisions on a spike like that, but great defensive decisions in those scenarios where you expect him to jump out of the corner. Instead, he dashes back, he finds that tiny little pixel of extra space, and then he whiff punishes you for daring to try to catch him.
Yeah, and just trying to give a little bit more onto the Bowser side of things is that in this type of matches, because you're having a real hard time with getting hit and the auto turnaround, and the spikes, of course, double spikes to took Pollux last stock, but just give a little bit of insight. You need to be really aware of Terry's position
we lost
in
Pollux.
the stage.
He's gone.
What? Oh, are we having camera troubles again?
No, we're fine. They just got up. It's a funny cutaway to see him gone.
And I know that you noticed that Pollux was parrying a lot of Terry's hit.
Yes.
But he was getting punished for trying to punish with the parry. But that's the thing that I want to mention is whenever you parry some of Terry's moves, you need to restart the neutral. You don't get to punish it like immediately, because he can immediately react with an action.
Yeah.
So Pollux needs to be aware of that. React to what darkay is doing after he parries his hit, and then work with that.
Well, this is a much better start from Pollux. Does have a little bit of a miscue there. Maybe a snack back, causing him to jab or F-tilt the wrong way.
Yeah.
Ooh, the scramble. Great grab.
That's actually one of the best things that Bowser can do. Beside of that backer, of course, that was really amazing. That's the thing that I would say. Oh, that was weird.
We take those.
We take those. Definitely, we take those.
That's an opportunity for Pollux, who is looking a lot more comfortable in the neutral, finding those punishes, getting the jump from ledge there, and there you go. Tries to punish with the parry, but because Darkray was so high, ends up getting punished for going for the punish. Exactly what you're talking about. Great spacing from Darkray.
Yeah, the spacing in this matchup is key, right there, 110%. And notice how Pollux, after that spike, that first spike during the last match, he's not jumping anymore, or he's trying to avoid it as possible because he doesn't want to get caught with that spike once again. Oh my god. We saw a little bit of the tough guy over there.
Oh, manages to get away from it, and great punish from darkray. That lateral stall is so effective in that scenario because if you just faded in there, Pollux would have gotten the hit, may have been able to even convert it into a kill. Instead, evened up the stocks and getting another opportunity. So many whiff punishes back to back as darkray just piles up this damage. Cross up.
A little bit of a fun fact, Bowser actually has the best get up attack for the game. I just love that because he has one of the best random things in the game. He has the best get up attack in the game, and he has one of the best item throw animations in the game. But what was better than those two was that punish coming up from darkay's part, just sealing the deal with that last stock.
Oh, great usage of the down tilt in the corner. I don't care if your legs are invincible because I'm spaced around them. Eventually that torso makes it to the ledge, closes it out, keeping it even. But darkray has looked so much better in this last two stocks, and he has started to kind of take control, I think is the right word, of the neutral.
Rinse and repeat, the double jab, trying to catch darkay off guard. 86% F-mash in all of Bowser's face, trying to apply all the pressure, all the damage that's needed to close out the heaviest character game. It's not going to be enough. Oh, it was.
It was good DI, but it wasn't enough. darkray taking game number 2 after a pretty scary start. Pollux had some good adaptation, a little bit of a flub as well coming out in the first part of that, leading to that opportunity for Pollux, but darkray proving to be the stronger competitor in that game. What do you, as a Bowser player, think the key adaptations need to be for Pollux going into game number 3?
I believe the key adaptations right now, there's some things that I have been noticing from Pollux's part, is that he's committing real hard with the up smashes and a lot of other movements that are not safe with Bowser, because he's trying to catch darkay off guard. You know, and I mean, it's good that you try to catch darkay with an up smash, because you know it has invincibility. You can combo out of it if you get hit with the landing part of the movement. But this is more like a neutral-based matchup. I mean, most of the matches are like that. But in this type of scenario where this is one of your worst matchups, you need to be really careful with how you approach your opponent.
I feel like also on the swing side of things, the disadvantage has been so difficult for Pollux, has been struggling to find good mix-ups. Things like that early double jump and trying to recover high in the corner. The jump from ledge is very predictable. It is something that darkray has been punishing over and over and over. And yet again, look, he didn't even get the original punish, but you have to land eventually. Finally a mix-up, and as soon as he goes for a mix-up, he gets a hit, he gets a juggle, he gets the air dodge read, but unfortunately drops it in the 11th hour, and darkray takes the first stock anyway.
Also, that jumping from the ledge with the nair, I mean, if your opponent's shield is already poked, you may have the chance to actually hit one of the last part of Bowser's nair, but if not, you will get punished because you only have to hold shield all the way for the movement. The fire just quite doesn't get it, but the down tilt is going to be enough to close out darkay's first stock. This is the chance for Pollux to take out darkay to a game number 4 right now.
Well, let's see if he can take that chance and run with it. Going for those resets, expecting a neutral tech from darkray. darkray instead mixing things up, using those power waves to just space, slow things down. Even though it's a small stage, you still have some projectile control to make it difficult for Pollux to push you into the corner.
Also, one thing, because I really love this stage as a Bowser player, is that you can actually work with your fire and point it a bit upwards to make yourself a little bit of a wall with the fire and make the most out of that middle platform right there. And that's something that I haven't been seeing from Pollux's part right there. The first hit of the down tilt, quite connecting, and that side B was amazing. After that parry, he gets darkay's second stock.
I suspect we might be about to see that game 4 you were talking about.